Hey, Yersinia. So I went ahead and focused on the situations you wanted me to grab. So I will just kind of tell it like I'm getting with the cards. And if you have any questions or anything at all, let me know afterwards. The main card you have is the Wheel of Fortune, but it's mixed with the Moon card. So when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon card, there's almost like a yearning in your life. A loss of a true love that this person didn't really put the efforts in a relationship. They didn't make themselves known as long-term. They may have brought up marriage or commitment at one point, and you probably even considered it. But this person is almost like too good to be true, so they are not true. They're not going to fit in that category. But you have the Wheel of Fortune right now. So, I kind of feel that the wheels are coming back around again when it comes to love. You have the Moon card. So there is a lot of, how do I say this? When it comes to love and being in a relationship, and you have the Wheel of Fortune card with the Moon is likely to bring about dreams of this other person, dreams of where this person that you are wanting to be with is acting the exact way that you want them to in your dreams, but in reality they don't act that way, if that makes any sense at all. Don't put too much thought into a relationship to where it's a repeated behavior. That could be on your part as well. When you see new opportunities when it comes to friendships or love, don't overthink it. Don't be fearful that, the same thing's going to happen again, is basically what I'm getting at. I kind of feel like you get set in this cycle when things aren't going well at home or in the family unit. It's almost like an escape, like a fantasy or like a daydream, but the person exists. You know what I'm saying? I do see love there for you. You have the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm not sure, if this is a female or if they just have female characteristics about them. Very nurturing, but very, to the point when it comes to what they want to spend. Like, they don't want to go out and waste money. They talk about their goals and their finances, and they forget about having fun and being in the moment, where the Page of Wands comes into play. The Page of Wands is all about, being that daydreamer and having a good time and being in the moment and not worrying too much about tomorrow, even if it has to do with consequences. Sometimes when we were younger, we would make mistakes, but when we were older, we look back on the mistakes and we're so happy we made them because at least we lived a little bit. You know what I'm saying? In the past, you had the Tower. So it seems like when you're on a path or you're in a situation that you're not really evolving with this person or, whatever situation this is, that you're wanting more, you're just not happy anymore. You just, you want things that you don't have at that moment. And you don't make a choice or you don't make a change that the universe kind of tears it all apart for you. And you may be like, holy hell, like what's happening? But in reality, this is just putting you in another place or with another person, because it's just not working out. You weren't happy anyway, and you weren't going to make that leap. You weren't going to make that move. And that can go with any situation in the past. But I kind of feel like the universe looks out for you in a way, and puts you in a new position when you're just not content. All right. There is a male that's very fire energy. Okay. Lust, charisma, attraction. They might not be very well grounded. They might not, have all their ducks in a row, but they have that thing about them. I have the Chariot card here. So I don't know if this person is moving close to you or coming towards you. But I am getting, a male coming towards you. Now, this is going to cause a lot of confusion. You're going to wonder if this is just a reenactment of the past, or, is this false information? Is this person lying? Is this person lying about coming into your life? But I do feel that they will be coming in to your life. Now, for some reason, you had mentioned family. So instead of love, I'm kind of picking up family here with the male. This person, he can be a father figure. He can be an uncle. He can be an air sign. Very talkative. Doesn't like to get interrupted. Likes to have the room. But for some reason, there's a heartbreak there. There's something about holding in information, holding tight to their emotions, not letting anything out. Maybe something to do with saving money being put away, something to that point. But I am getting, a heartbreak there with the male in the family unit. You want to just go, you want to just do what you want to do here. This is your life. There's just so much competition and so many people involved in our lives that we are afraid to step outside that box or step outside our little circle and make something happen. But this is kind of what I'm getting, what you want to do. If I want to say that you and your family unit want to sell everything and buy some land or something like that, that's something that could come into play for sure. But I am seeing everything working out. There are some plane trips going on. There are some traveling going on. But I am seeing an agreement to somebody in the family unit that didn't really want to accept any advice or talk. I feel there's a manifestation happening, and this person, you have the Devil card. So it could be addiction. It can be lust. It can just be negative thoughts with this person. I don't know, if I'm making any sense. It's your reading. So to know that the family unit would be all right, and to know that love is coming. I just kind of get that you're still dealing with things from the past, like you had mentioned, bring it up if applicable, and it did. You're still healing from that. Nothing's your fault. This is your life, and you just got to trudge forward. You're always going to have to do things, multiple times. It's just hard on you, but it's going to, you have the wish card at the end. So things are going to work out in your favor. You're going to be where you want to be. But universe is making it hard on you for some reason. Maybe it has to do with a past life or something like that. But That's what I'm getting. So if you have any questions, go ahead and message me. Much love.